Hey Sages! This is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to your new July reading. This is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This reading is going to be a timeless general reading. So no matter when you come across this message, whether it's this July, next July, September, October, November, whenever, this message will be just as relevant then as it is today. As a general reading, my only ask of you is that you do not force any messages, only take what resonates. If there's a particular message that does not fit, leave it on the table and take the rest. Alright, my lovelies. So, Sagittarius. So, I'm kind of in a fun mood today, and I've been really into my animal decks recently, so that is what we are playing with. So, we are communing with animal spirits. We're going to use the Arc Tarot. Gonna be a fun time. So let's start with your oracle, Sages. All right, lovely. Let me put these guys up here. So you guys got Fox, cleverness. I will say, Sag, if you have Cancer, also got this card. So if you have some strong Cancer placements, may be worth it to check out Cancer, especially if you maybe have a Cancer moon or a Cancer rising. It might be worth checking out. Prompt reads, you are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instinct. Resources surround you, and be open to romance. So lots of fun stuff coming up with Fox. Big thing that I always come up with Fox, or get from Fox, is problem solving. I mean, it is about cleverness, it is about being crafty, but it's a reminder that all you need is surrounding you. So sorry that there's like mopeds or motorcycles, or whatever, those were motorcycles, whatever that was, driving by. Literally all day, every time I start to film, everything starts to drive by right in that moment. So sorry for the distractions. But yes, so all about problem solving. It's the awareness that all the tools you need, all the resources you need, already exist around you. Already exist around you, alright? Whether you believe me or not, they're there. So this is, this is about how we, again, can kind of figure out new ways to old problems. Not feeling those. Those, I think, were clumsy. We'll start with these, though. Let's put that over there for now. Alright. Lovely. Okay, so this is exactly what I was talking about. So first card out, we have the Ten of Cups seal. We love Ten of Cups. Ultimate happiness, the happily ever after. We love this, right? Success, blessings. Yet here we are in the Five of Pentacles, this pangolin. So here we are living our best life, yet we're here feeling disconnected and disjointed, feeling lonely, feeling lost. Feels like we're walking in the dark, even though we're surrounded by all this good stuff. And then we have Beaver, which is the Seven of Cups in this deck. Seven of Cups is all about confusion, right? Maybe some how do I want to describe this? Illusions, deceptions, right? And I will say one thing with the Seven of Cups, because right, it is confusing. You have all this energy around you, all these options around you, all these possibly manipulations around you. But with that, there's a determination to find the true source, to find the right cup, right? So in that determination comes this, I'm going to experience this Ten of Cups. I'm not going to think about this Five of Pentacles, right? And you're already like a really positive, upbeat sign to begin with. So a lot of you are probably hearing this and like, I'm not that sad. I'm not nah. But in terms of what we're manifesting, right? What the goal is, what the dream is, whether it's a partner, whether it's a job, whether it's work. And we're going to clarify these. We're going to pull more cards. But right now, it's like the center of this reading right now is this Five of Pentacles energy, this kind of dark night of the soul, hanged man kind of feeling, right? When really what we're surrounded by, what we're surrounded by is we have everything we could want, all the tools we need, all the resources we need to have this happily ever after. And you also have the determination and the power to solve this riddle, to solve this puzzle here. But it's like right in the center is this kind of like lonely, sad, unsupported energy. And I will say that could be because right now you're doing things solo, right? And you could be dreaming about having this soulmate or counterpart by your side. You could be dreaming about having this like amazing team at work and rocking it out and being hyper successful and making all the money. And that's just not happening right now. This could even just be thank you. This could also just be like some depression from having to deal with quarantine and everything we're going through as a society right now. It could be so many things. And it could even be a combo of, right? So how do we break through that? How do we see beyond that? Because that's definitely what's being asked of you. Woo! That is too funny. Okay, one more, Spirit. So, but anyway, like I was saying, how do we break out of that? How do we dispel the illusion? Well, there it is. All right. I'm going to leave that one reversed. So, how do we dispel this illusion? How do we see differently? It is about perception and perspective, right? Because this is what we see, although this is what we have around us, right? But it's like we've got those horse blinders that are really focusing us here. Or at least if we get a moment where we look at this, something always brings us back to that, and then we kind of get stuck, right? We're here longer than we're here, right? Which leads to this confusion. And this is human. Like I hope I'm not saying this and it comes off, in a negative way. It's human. This is normal. A big part of your awakening and your ascension is how do I shift energy like this into energy like this, right? Because it's not always going to be this every day, all day. We'd love it if that was the case. But, there's going to be some struggle bus moments along the road. Here we have that Page of Swords, right? If you've watched my channel before, Page of Swords is my rebel, my little creative thinker. Lots of Uranian, Aquarian energy in there. Because, right, she wants to shake things up. She wants to do things different, right? And then the nice thing, this particular deck features the Page of Swords as a cat. Cats always land on their feet. You could chuck them, they could fall off the table, like... They're always going to land on your feet, and so will you. So this energy should not mean anything to you, because you're always going to return back to this. You're always going to break through the illusion back to this, right? And it's so funny, I talked about the pangolin, and I described it as hangman energy. Look who came out. The hangman, Mr. Bat. So really is confirming a bit of a dark night of the soul for you. And this could be stuff you are working through, stuff you've been thinking about. You could be doing certain things that are starting to shift you out of that energy, which is great. Then you're a little bit ahead of the curve, which is awesome. I will say in this particular deck, with Bat coming up as the hangman, you guys could be... I want to say, in a way, having some dreams that are helping to communicate to you. So if you are dreaming... Take note of what you're seeing, what symbols come up, what themes come up in your dream. You're not only just kind of processing some of this emotional stuff, this emotional, subconscious stuff. I do think there's something kind of profound about them. Because in this moment, what you're really doing is facing those demons, right? You're facing that darkness. And in daytime, you're cognizant, you're aware of things. You're also filtering all these different things, all the day-to-day situations and demands, responsibilities that come in. So on a surface level, it may not even feel that all of this is happening. This could be on a subconscious level where this is happening, right? Because remember, this is what's around us. So I may even be describing this Five of Pentacles and you're like, I don't even feel that, right? This could be an emotional state inside while we're outside busy dealing with all of this, right? So that could also be a thing as well. But I would say that's going to be more so for the people who are having dreams and that they're just coming out of nowhere. Like, I don't know why that popped up. I would say that particular message is going to be more for you. But generally, this hangman moment is about facing that darkness and facing that stuff that makes us feel ucky. And it's anything that makes us feel less than, or having that sense of lack, right? And then this last card, we have the Jaguar, which is the Queen of Swords. Jaguar came up in reverse, right? So what that tells me, having this come up in reverse, Queen of Swords is all about discernment, right? She's very, very smart. She does bring about transformation, right? But in a way that's, sharp and quick, and she's cutting off, I always like to say trimming the fat, but whatever's not serving, she just cuts it off. There's no questions, right? She kind of swings that sword first and then asks questions later, which, maybe a little too late. But here, she's very smart. I said that, but she's very quick. She's very smart. She's got a strong wit. Same thing with our little fox friend, right? So again, to me, this is echoing that, you have what you need, even though it feels like it's not there. You're smart enough to figure this out, but for some reason we're not discerning things. I almost want to say with this Jaguar in reverse, I almost want to say because of this energy, this hangman moment that you're in, Sag, and everyone goes through it, and everyone goes through it over and over again. So it's not, I don't want to say this and make it feel like, you're dealing with this, why aren't you better? Like, that's not the case. In this moment, we've got some hangman situations going on. And I think this kind of central issue is why the Queen of Swords is coming from reverse. I almost want to describe it as you're in this position where you're kind of just allowing. You're just kind of taking whatever comes. You're kind of settling for what is. That is never okay. Like, that's never the thing. We never want to settle, okay? And I feel like that's why this is in reverse, because the Queen of Swords wouldn't settle. She would cut it off if it didn't fit. If this isn't right, bye. It's going away. This tells me that you're just kind of settling. You're letting what comes. You're okay. This will be fine for now. Okay, I'll just tolerate this another day. Oh God, I'm going out with another one of these little idiots. Ugh, whatever. At least I'm gonna go eat dinner. It's that kind of energy, and you definitely deserve more, Sag. You definitely deserve more. And you are capable of more, because everything else outside of this energy tells me it's already there, right? But it's just this Queen of Swords, this almost, I don't want to describe it. It's almost this like reluctance to act, whether it's an active choice or it's just kind of a like unawareness in a way that I could be doing different. And honestly, it may be just because you're tired. That is totally valid. It could just be because we're tired. I'm like, I just spent all day at work, and now you want me to come in and work on myself? No, I want to open a bag of Cheetos and sit on the sofa and turn on Netflix. That could also be a thing, right? But that's where this cleverness comes in. That's where this fox energy comes in. How do I make time work for me? How do I do this efficiently so I can finish my responsibilities without burning out, without feeling this way, or how can I push through some of these tendencies, right? Because that's what we're doing with the hangman. We're facing that darkness, right? How can I push through that to find new solutions, right? And I will say, Sag, if you're out there and you're already doing something new, you're already doing something different and shaking things up, beautiful. Then you're already working this right side up. So I say that because I feel like a lot of you kind of are on the curve. This is kind of just talking about where that is coming from. Because some of it may honestly be more in your subconscious than it is in your conscious mind. We're just kind of filtering this like low vibrational out through this hangman, trying to like evolve you and find that inner strength and pull it out from the depths, right? Because I almost want to say, it feels almost like preparatory for something, right? It's like you're getting close to the finish line, so there's this like last little like push. And I will say that was the same thing that was coming up in the Cancer reading. So Sag, if you have some strong Cancer placements, or even if you just feel inclined, definitely go watch it. We are in Cancer season, so everyone is kind of getting a little bit of Cancer. You may be a little more so, because literally this reading is very, very similar on this like problem solving and bringing things up. And so I'm throwing that there. Maybe worth checking out. But this idea that you're very, very close. You're very, very close to to the dream, the manifestation, whatever it is, possibly a relationship, because remember we had to be open to romance. So this is like that last hurdle right before the finish line. You know, it's the same like a retrograde. The retrograde always amps up energy at the beginning and right at the end before we go direct. So it's right at that turning point. It like kicks up a little bit. This is your kick up, right? So some of you may not even be aware, but those of you who are and I would say this is really about actively doing something new or different, something that shifts things, especially if it's something for you, right? And I mean, I know you're watching this, I'm gonna call you out. So my little Sag friend, I literally said that, and I thought of you with your new little garden, like things like that, like doing something new that's genuinely something for you that you've wanted to do for a while or just been thinking about. That's this breakthrough. That's kind of taking that inner fire, again, using your resources and making that best life happen, and not sitting in this, oh, I wish I had a garden. No, I'm just gonna go make it, right? So thank you, friend, for being my Sag example for this week. But that's kind of what's going on. That's kind of what's going on. We're pushing through this dark night of the soul moment. And, you know, that can happen on so many different levels. Work, relationship, family, all kinds of things. But I will say, even if you do something that's not in that realm, that is enough to shift from this Five of Pentacles over to this Ten of Cups. It just takes action. That's all it is. It just takes action no matter what it is. And I know sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. So I don't want to make it sound like it's just, you know, simple and very easier said than done. But that's really all it takes. It's just some action. And that's hard at first because you got to build that momentum. But it's literally all it takes. Literally all it takes. So if you are feeling this, and this is feeling kind of heavy, easiest thing to do, pick one thing. Pick one thing for yourself. And it's one thing new, one thing different, one thing out of the norm. You know, this is a bigger shift than just, oh, I feel sad, I'm going to go order takeout from my favorite restaurant. This is actively doing something for you that you haven't done before. And I will say, saying this, you probably already know what it is. It's that thing you've been thinking of, oh, I wish I did this, I wish I could do that. Do it. You want to paint again, you want to take a drawing class, whatever that is, do that. Just do something for yourself, Sag. That's really what this moment is calling for. It's wanting you to take some action. And again, that starts breaking all of this down. So that instead of seeing this, we're looking at this, okay? All right, my lovely, I am going to wrap up your reading there. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what the bottom of the deck is. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles. Gifts, blessings, abundance. I told you, this is how close you are. You're very close to that manifestation of whatever you've been doing. This is that last little like energy ramp up to like, you sure you want it? You sure you've earned it? You ready for this? You ready for this? But you're so close. So this is the major theme, this Ace of Pentacles. All right, so you're so close to it. So keep your vibration high. And if something is struggling, something's bringing you down, that's where you lean on this Fox energy and whip out some creative problem solving skills. All right. On that note, I will officially leave it there. Awesome reading, Sag. Sending you my love as always. Take care. I do have the Timeless Tuesday video up, so if you haven't checked that out, please go and check it out and see. There might be some more messages in there for you. Again, Cancer video might be super powerful for you, so definitely recommend checking that out, Sag. But on the note, sending you love, light. Thank you always for all your support, your likes, comments, subscriptions. Wishing you the best. Stay safe and healthy at this time, and I will see you next week. Bye.